Well, it's going so terrible, right? Because it doesn't all fit in here. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. We're in my dining room today, just because I was hoping the lighting would be alright. We're close to the kitchen. There's nowhere in my kitchen that I can film baking videos really. So I thought, let's take a seat in the dining room today. And I am gonna be baking black bean brownies. Now, sounds disgusting. Never made them before in my life. I've tried to make them as healthy as possible, which may maybe, I don't know, I really don't know how this is gonna go. I'm using stevia instead of sugar, and it said 1/4 cup of sugar, so I started pouring out these stevia sachets to try and make 1/4 cup, which I had to convert because I don't use cup sizes, I use grams, and then it turned out to be like 32 grams. I was like, that seems like a lot. And then I googled to make sure stevia can actually be used in baking, so I was like, oh, I actually haven't checked that yet. And then it said that 2 teaspoons of stevia is the same as 1 cup of sugar. So I've started to pour out all this stevia, and I actually need less than a teaspoon of it. So yeah, there's that. And I've also used, instead of cocoa powder, I've used cacao powder, which is here. And then I've also used whole wheat flour, whichever one it is. And then we've also got vanilla extract, baking powder, and coconut oil, and of course the secret ingredient of black beans, and also bananas, which I forgot to get. I'm just gonna go grab the bananas. And we've got 2 bananas. So I will read the actual ingredients for you in case you want to make this at home and you do use cup sizes and you do use all the normal stuff. So it's 1 15-ounce can of black beans, 2 bananas, 1/2 cup of cocoa powder, 1/4 cup of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 cup of sugar, 3 tablespoons of coconut oil, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So that is the ingredients. It said preheat the oven to 350 degrees. I'm assuming that's Fahrenheit. Converted that, it's actually 160 degrees centigrade is what I've put it on. And you need an 8x8 pan. I don't have an 8x8 pan. I'm using this, which I've put my greaseproof paper in so that it doesn't stick to it. And basically all you do is you blend all of the ingredients up, which is why I'm assuming I've got these black beans in water, looks like this, and this is all I could get, but this was not near 15 ounces. What was near it, but it wasn't 15 ounces. So I'm using all of this one and some of this one. Again, I'm just gonna have to wing it. Another reason why this video could be disastrous, but if it's a disaster, maybe it'll be entertaining and you can learn from my mistakes. But yeah, so I'm assuming, considering this is the only liquid, because it's in water, I need to put the liquid in with it and not drain the beans. That's what I've gone with. It doesn't actually specify in the recipe, but that's what I've gone with. So let's just get on and put everything in the blender. I've got my blend active, so I'm gonna put it all in here. Hopefully it's gonna be strong enough. Another thing that could go wrong in this video, it might not be powerful enough for it, but I'm going to, first of all, put the black beans in. Ew, that looks so gross. That's 1 gone, and it's already filled up so much of this. Don't know if this is gonna be big enough. Oh my god, especially because I've got to add 2 bananas into that still, and all of these other ingredients. I might leave it at that, because it is close to the 15 ounce it said, but I might leave it at that, add the other ingredients and see how it blends and what mixture it makes, and see if I need anything more. But right, I'll put the flour in next. Again, I haven't really thought how I'm gonna do this. Maybe I'll use a spoon. Could be a long process, but it's a safer one. That's the flour in. Again, if you're using a proper food processor, it will be much better than this. But let's see if we can now add the cocoa in. Okay, I think what I'm gonna have to do is blend it like this now, because it should all shrink when all the beans are blended up. So if I blend it like this now and then add the rest afterwards, and hopefully it will all fit. Fingers crossed. This also does have a tendency to leak, so I'm not the biggest fan of shaking it, but I'm gonna have to. I've got my blender here. I'm gonna pop it in. And let's go. Don't think that's doing anything. Though by the sounds of it, I might need some more liquid in there. We're definitely in need of more bean sauce at least, because it's just too dry in there and there's no other wet components, so it's got to be the bean sauce. Shall I taste it? Oh, shall I actually? Yeah. Oh no. Oh, not nice. Add some more liquid in. Let's see how that goes then. Oh, it looks better. Looks a lot runnier now, which I guess is a good thing. Not 100% certain that all of the black beans are gone from in here now, but I'm going to add in a little bit more ingredients. I will put the spelt in next. Again, I don't need much, so around half a teaspoon, I guess. And I'll do the baking powder, which is a teaspoon. Then we need 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. Now I think I'm going to try and blend that again. Okay, all that's left to go in there now is the vanilla extract and the banana. So I'll do a teaspoon of vanilla extract first. Now I think my problem is going to be putting the banana in. It's currently up to here in there, so we'll try. We'll add 1 to begin with, see how that goes. Maybe it'll all just start to sink in because banana's quite heavy. Maybe it'll just sink and won't matter. I think I'm gonna have to blend it with 1 banana and then see if I can add in the other one. 1 banana is in. I'm gonna try and spoon it down a little bit with this, because if the banana's right by the blade, I know it won't blend it. Well, it's going so terrible. Right. Because it doesn't all fit in here. I've got 1 banana left to go in, but it won't fit.
Well, what I would probably do is pour half of that out.
But it didn't want to have the banana in it.
No.
Dip a finger in.
Tastes banana-y, but the chocolate doesn't taste sweet enough.
Oh, when I tried it, it was rank.
No, you try it.
Oh, it tastes really banana. It's because this bottom bit hasn't mixed with this top bit. So let's try this. It does look like a mixture though, doesn't it? Like a brownie mixture.
We'll put it in bigger scoops than that.
No, because it's only meant to be. I started doing this and then it said that, then I googled it and that stevia is way sweeter than sugar.
Well, don't taste sweet enough at the moment.
But it still tastes sweet.
No,
Yeah, and like it said a 1/4 cup of sugar and it said 2 teaspoons of this is equivalent to a cup of sugar. And it only needed a 1/4 cup. Banana going in. I have said it many times though that I think it's going to be a disaster of a brownie. Right. Let's try this again. Banana's in. I'm going to dodge it down again with this so that the chocolate's at the top. And then what we'll do is we'll mix it all together in the bowl and then pour it into the baking tray and hope that that works. It's a learning process, you know. Okay, it sounds like my blender is starting to die, but that's all the banana blended in. So I'm going to pour it out and maybe blend the bottom bit by itself, because I don't think that bottom bit is blended very well. And then mix it all together in the bowl. But I feel like it looks alright when I pour it. It smells really good, it just doesn't taste as it smells really. So now I'll mix it all up in here and hopefully it will get all of the sugar, all of the banana and everything even in it. I feel like I've added too much of that sweet stuff now. We're just gonna pour it. Whoa, nearly dropped it. Let's go put it in the oven for 20 to 30 minutes. It's in up here. Fingers crossed it goes okay. I left the brownie mixture in the oven for around 25 minutes. Just taken it out. I may have left it in there a little bit too long. It says to bring it out when the top is dry. The top is definitely dry now. It looks a little bit burnt, but not too burnt. But I wanted to cook it a bit more because of how I made it, and I think I made it so badly. So I'll show you what it looks like at the moment. It says to let it cool because it's so gooey on the inside, which makes me feel a little bit better at how runny it is. I feel like if it's really gooey on the inside, then it had to be a fairly runny mixture. So this is what it looks like. The big reveal of my black bean and banana brownies. Here it is. As you can see, the top has gone dry, but it does look a little bit scorched on the edges. But I think considering how, turn you back around and talk to you, considering how badly it seemed to be going, this looks okay. It smells nice. Tasting it is going to be a different ball game altogether. I'll try it out of the tin first, but I'll wait for it to cool a little bit before doing that. I've decided it's time to try it. I haven't let it cool fully. I'll just try it from the tin and see how this goes. Right, we'll go. Oh, nothing came out on the fork. That's a positive sign. Still looks really hot, but I mean, that does actually look okay. Smells like a brownie. I'm really scared to try this. Not sure about that. I think I added too much spelt. It just tastes like that. Maybe it will be a bit different when it's cooled, but I don't really know. All I'm saying is what I just tried ain't great. So what have we learnt? 1, follow a recipe exactly. Don't try and add your own things on it. 2, when it says that spelt is only needed in a much smaller quantity than the sugar, believe it. 3, Mum isn't always right because she told me to add more spelt and now I think that's what's ruined it. 4, the brownies are a disaster. 5, just follow recipes how they're meant to be followed. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this disaster of a baking video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up to let me know you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've had disastrous baking experiences like this. It just doesn't taste good. Really, it smells really good. It smells like a brownie. Doesn't taste like a brownie at all. No. But don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you have not subscribed yet. There are new videos every Sunday. There's also the notification button next to the subscribe button, which means you'll be notified every time I upload. And there'll be links in the description to last week's video, my vlogging channel, and all my social media links if you want to see any of those. And I'll see you next week with another video. Bye!